After a wild January here in Revolution Pro Wrestling, February kicked off this past Sunday at Porchester Hall for Live in London 104, a show that included 2 championship matches plus much, much more besides as we continue along the road to Wembley Arena and RevPro's 14-year anniversary. It was all action in our opener on Sunday. The Flying Bryant brothers, Nino, Zander and Leland in trios competition against the New Wave Academy team of Leon Cage, Tommy Vrill and Josh Holley. But unfortunately for that latter team, they didn't seem to be on the same page from the get-go. Josh Holley trying to issue instructions to Leon Cage, who after all has had much more experience than Holley here in RevPro. And that discord between the two proved to be the critical weakness against a team as good as the Flying Bryants. Holley ended up colliding with his tag team partner. Both men were taken out of commission, and seconds later a triple team on Tommy Vrill secured the victory for the Flying Bryants. After the match, Holley storming off, refusing to even walk back to the locker room with Cage or Vrill. Leighton Buzzard continues to focus his attentions on the Cruiserweight division in 2026. In London, he faced a man who we last saw in RevPro over 18 months ago, Scotty Rourke. And Rourke showed evidence that he has developed considerably since we last saw him. He took Leighton Buzzard to the limit. Buzzard did very, very well to withstand that onslaught and to fire back with the Buzz Killer to secure his second consecutive victory as he starts to build his case for a future shot at that undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship. Rio may have come up narrowly short against Mercedes Moné at Uprising in December. Since then, she has returned to her previous unbeatable form. Already with 1 victory under her belt this year, she was looking for a second against another returnee to RevPro, Myla Grace. Grace made one hell of an impact against Rio, only for her to rebound and hit the package pile driver to secure another victory as she sets her sights on the woman who is now the undisputed British Women's Champion, Alex Windsor. Next up, with his nemesis Michael Oku not in the country, Connor Mills could breathe a sigh of relief headed into his one-on-one match against the head coach of the Slater dojo, Liam Slater. Slater was accompanied to the ring in London by one of his proteges, Cameron Kai. Slater initially adopted a strategy of trying to anger Mills, but when that backfired, he adapted and used the presence of Cameron Kai to his advantage, Kai providing the diversion that eventually allowed Slater to lock up Connor Mills in a pinfall and secure his second consecutive singles victory this year. Perhaps inevitably, Mills was furious after the fact. He threw Kai out of the ring and then locked in a half crab, the move used by both Michael Oku and Liam Slater, until a mystery hooded man entered the ring to fend off Mills. It was none other than the star pupil of the Slater dojo, the youngest in charge, Leon Slater. Even Liam looked surprised to see Leon in London, but the strength in numbers that the head coach has created around himself in the Slater dojo paying dividends for him in Porchester Hall. Now, after his ominous comments last month following defeat to Nino Bryant, there was a lot of speculation about what Shah Samuels was going to say in London. He'd had several weeks away to think about if he was going to do the unthinkable and call time on his career.
I had a great career. I've met amazing people. I've had some unbelievable opportunities. I've had an education in pro wrestling. You can't buy it. And I'm so proud of that.
The man who beat him last month, Nino Bryant, came to the ring to try and convince him otherwise. And after a verbal back and forth between the two, it appeared as though Bryant had been able to change Samuel's mind.
You've forgotten who you are. You've got so much more left in the tank. You've forgotten who you are, and you don't realise who I've become. I'm telling you, there's so much more for both me and you to achieve.
Until, suddenly, Shah Samuels assaulting Nino up on the stage and then bringing him back to the ring to continue the beating. Nino's brothers, Zander and Leland, both tried to get involved to assist their sibling. Samuels took them out as well.
I haven't forgotten who I am. I'm Shah Samuels. I'm the East End Butcher. And my road to Wembley starts now. East
Next up, after Nina Samuels was deposed as the leader of the Cutthroat Collective by Sapphire Reed and replaced by Anita Vaughn, Samuels and Vaughn went one-on-one. But with Reed in AV's corner, at times this felt like a 2-on-1 handicap match for Samuels. And indeed, the presence of Reed at ringside was in the end the difference maker. Vaughn picking up the win over Samuels and showing again that if Samuels or our undisputed British Women's Champion Alex Windsor or anyone else wants to defeat the Cutthroat Collective, someone, somewhere is going to have to work together. And so to our undisputed British Heavyweight Championship match, we were in store for an epic, a tremendous back and forth between Joshua and Cooper, although the closing moments of this one were sufficiently contentious that they may be discussed for some time. Joshua shot up his shoulder to escape a pin attempt from Cooper, clearly inadvertently hitting something of a low blow on Cooper. Cooper then complained to the referee, who waved the action on, and Joshua was able to take advantage of the fact that Cooper was distracted. Moments later, driving Cooper's head into the canvas to secure the 1-2-3 and to continue his reign as the undisputed British Heavyweight Champion. And so, finally, on to our undisputed British Tag Team Championship match, where the stakes could barely have been any higher for the challengers Lycos Gym, who knew if they could not end the nearly 11-month title reign of the Young Guns, then Lycos Gym could never again challenge any team for the undisputed British Tag titles. Liam Slater, who had engineered this third match in the trilogy, made his way to ringside, apparently to offer advice to Lycos 2, but ultimately Luke Jacobs and Ethan Allen were able to lock both of their challengers into simultaneous submission holds. Lycos 2 are judged by the referee to have passed out. The Young Guns retaining the tag team titles again, and Lycos Gym condemned to never challenging for those championships at any point in the future, much to the apparent satisfaction of Liam Slater. But the night was not over, because Luke Jacobs chose this moment to cash in one of the trophies earned by the youngest Guns in charge at last year's Trios Grand Prix.
This trophy is officially cashed in for Wembley Arena as the Young Guns versus FTR.
Stay tuned to Revolution Pro Wrestling social media and right here on the YouTube channel for more information on that situation as it develops. In the meantime, the next time we are with you live is in Southampton on Sunday, February 22nd. We hope you will join us there. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw and this has been your RevPro Recap.